Welcome back to Seen It Before, where we're probably going to say something stupid about your favorite movie because we've seen it all before. I'm Danny.
I'm Dan. And so we had the privilege to see this movie at a film fest about a month ago. So Wake Up Dead Man.
Yeah.
It played at the Woodstock Film Festival, and we got to see it. It was a very interesting experience.
And apparently it had a budget of over $200 million.
Yeah, we had there was a little intro that was kind of a little awkward, but I don't think the movie was $200 million. No. I mean, I think maybe the Netflix rights to buy it was $200 million.
That's gotta
that
be
makes
what he was.
More sense.
Yeah,
because each of these movies are like $40 million to make. So
the curator or whatever, the programmer, he said like, oh, we're normally a small film festival. We don't have any movies over $200 million. And we're like, ha ha ha. But yeah.
Anyway,
he's a nice guy. No Q&A though.
No Q&A. They originally said there was a Q&A, and it didn't say who it was with. So that probably should have been a warning that we weren't going to get a Q&A. Yeah. But oh well. We still got to see the movie early, and we'll talk about our initial thoughts right now. Let's get to it.
And we're gonna get to the bottom of who killed Monsignor Wicks and why, and then that's it.
Okay, so Wake Up Dead Man. It was a good experience watching in the theater. Just like it's not often I get to be in a giant room packed with all the seats filled with people who really.
It was a giant room.
A decent sized room. Filled with people who actually are interested and focused on the movie and and clapping and they were really into it. And so it's not often. It was like a bunch of Camerons all around in the theater with us. Yeah.
We had Cameron with us too.
Yeah, Cameron was there. I said like 4 words to him because we showed up a couple hours early.
We got some drinks. We got some drinks.
Yeah. I got a warm beer in Woodstock.
We met a very nice lady named Marcel from San Francisco.
She was cool.
Yeah.
So my compliment sandwich though. I really liked Josh O'Connor. He surprised me because I'd only ever seen him in Challengers, and he was kind of like second or third fiddle to Zendaya. So this really gave him a time to shine, and he really carried this movie on his back. What I didn't really like, it did get kind of convoluted at certain points of like what the actual... Like there was like a twist on a twist on a twist. So it's like you think it's going a certain direction and there's another twist, and it's kind of like, okay, I have to kind of follow it and like get everybody's motivation figured out. It made sense when you think about it, but it's very intricate and you got to spend time in thinking about it. And last thing, I think I really like the aesthetic of it, the Gothic,
Southern Gothic. Yeah.
Well, actually the main thing though, it respected the idea of faith. Like, in a time that you don't really get that, it's like everything is like, if Christianity is involved, most of the time Hollywood's going to be like, this is a very bad and controversial take. But the idea, like, so there obviously are some bad actors in the movie, but the idea of faith in general isn't really attacked. And I'm kind of glad to see that refreshingly. So,
yeah.
But yeah.
And I'm sure you'll talk about that a little later in this podcast. But yeah, so my compliment sandwich, I'm going to echo what you said about Josh O'Connor, because Josh O'Connor did carry this movie on his back. He wasn't really, I wouldn't say he had like a full spectrum of emotions in the movie, but like his backstory, like, he killed somebody in the ring when he was 17 out of rage. And then he just became a minister to try to become good again. And just that empathy he had throughout the movie was refreshing to see. A bad thing about the movie, I haven't actually really thought about this. I think my initial thing, like when we left the theater, was they probably could have shaved 15 minutes off of this movie. And like there's certain things that are a little convoluted, as you said. I'm really just echoing what you said at this point because, like, I don't know what else to say there.
Yeah, I think we line up pretty closely on this one.
I think so, too. And one more good thing. Glenn Close and Mila Kunis and Jeremy Renner, Daniel Craig.
You're just naming the whole cast.
All of them very well developed. Really well developed characters, and I like that. I'm not all right. Listen here. Yeah. So anyway, let's get into it. So the characters. Let's start with the ones I just named. So we already talked about Josh O'Connor a little bit. Daniel Craig doesn't even come until like 45 minutes in the movie.
Yeah, a lot of like he's just recapping kind of the backstory of how the minister died, or the Monsignor.
Yeah.
Monsignor died.
We keep forgetting Josh Brolin.
Yeah, Josh Brolin, great performance. He loves jerking it. I mean,
My God.
about 30 times. You know that thing I did with the back of my hand?
3 Our Fathers, 5 Hail Marys.
Yeah. Great performance, but he's recapping, or Josh O'Connor's recapping the whole murder. For like a good chunk. I think like a half hour.
Probably at least the first half hour, yeah.
I actually forgot that Benoit Blanc was going to show up eventually.
Yeah.
I was kind of very invested in all of these people here. That's like the best part.
It's a great way to do it. It's the writing and the character development of this movie is second to none. It's a much more refreshing take from Glass Onion. Glass Onion is a fun movie. Like we were talking about this. Glass Onion is the fun movie of the trilogy. Knives Out is the best movie of the trilogy. And this one I think is the best written of the trilogy. Just overall, it has more to like chew on and lots of things to rewatch for.
The Knives Out, I think, is definitely the most well put together because it was the first. And a lot of times it just kind of happens where like this happens with authors all the time where like they write a really good book, but because they spent 20 years on it, and they're like, it's a fucking giant success. Let's pump out these other ones. And so Glass Onion, I think, Cameron was trying to defend it. He said like, well, isn't that kind of the point that it's kind of dumb because it's see-through and it's layers? Like, yeah, but just because you say I'm a piece of shit doesn't make you less of a piece of shit. I mean, so
like, sure, it could be meta like that, but like,
you got to give me something else. Though, it would be like if this movie because there's kind of like a reveal towards the end where it's like, I don't know how to solve this crime. Like, Benoit genuinely doesn't know how to do it. And then that's what he's going to, be known for. But then we actually get the real reveal later. And I'm thinking it was looking for a moment like that's how they're going to end it. I'm like, oh no. So like, you can't just do this whole thing just to give us that.
Yeah. So there's lots of twists and turns in this one. And
it was hard to connect the dots. And they did a real good job of like trying to explicitly show.
Which is good to keep us guessing. That's a good thing for these kinds of movies.
But it was a lot of like, when they showed the drug where that's what killed or knocked him out, right? It made him unconscious.
Yeah, they put it in his flask to knock him out, basically.
Yeah, so like it's like that's like, oh wow, that's a twist. And so now you're thinking, oh, did they do the Romeo and Juliet thing where his heartbeat went so low? And thinking like that's where it's gonna go, and then like no, actually it's this other thing, and so it's like a hat on a hat. It's like, you know what I mean? Like it's leading you a certain way. It's two or three red herrings back to back to back.
Yeah.
In the same context. It's really interesting.
All right, let's go through some of these twists. Okay, so in the beginning, so we always think. It's always either the third build person
and we were kind of right.
Or it's the Marvel star.
Yeah.
Because Chris Evans in the first one was the killer.
Well, it was... Hold on. Let me keep talking.
Okay, Chris Evans in the first one. And in the second one, it was... oh my God, who was in the second
Edward
one?
Norton.
Edward Norton, yeah. So also
Incredible Hulk.
Incredible Hulk. In this one... what? Yeah?
Okay. So in all the posters, the last two movies, it was the killer was always third build, and the person who gets killed is the last build. So in the first one, Chris Evans is third, Christopher Plummer is last build.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Edward Norton is third build. Dave Bautista is last build. In this one, spoiler alert, by the way, if you guys couldn't guess, Glenn Close is third build. Not technically she is a killer.
She is a killer.
A killer. There's multiple killers, but somebody who does die is Thomas Hayden Church. And he's last build.
So another Marvel star. Anyway, so
he is.
Yep.
Sandman.
Anyway, so we're all right. So Josh O'Connor is basically framed for the murder of Josh Brolin. So that's the first twist.
Very convincingly,
yes. Then Blanc shows up because Mila Kunis basically called him, I think, or something like that. I don't remember how he even got there. He just kind of like
I was confused at first because it looked like the beginning sets up. He's writing Judd is writing the story.
Yep.
And he's reading it. So I'm thinking, oh, this is him asking for help to solve the crime. So then he just shows up and it's like they haven't met each other. They don't know what's going on. So I'm thinking, okay, that's weird.
Yeah.
So I almost thought that was a plot hole. And then Mila Kunis is like, I brought him here.
Yep. Then we go through a little bit more and, go through the funeral and everything and all that stuff. And then we get to fucking Josh Brolin being resurrected. Like,
yeah, I'm thinking like what the fuck?
What are they actually that's when we really thought like, oh, did they just drug him and then have him all that
that's
stuff?
The thing where it's like
wow. Yeah. And then there's these little things like, Glenn Close's character was really sad to see the minister die, of course. So then she has to go back and see his casket before they put him in the chamber. Mm-hmm. And really, that they had switched out the body,
right,
to be Thomas Hayden Church's character because he looks kind of like Josh Brolin. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that.
At first, I'm thinking like, oh, like he kind of looks like a couple times I saw Thomas Hayden Church in the background looking. I'm like, is that? Oh no, it's yeah.
So like, these little seeds that were planted the whole time, and so he rises from the dead. There's a camera only triggered by a light and movement. And it's Josh O'Connor's character is not supposed to be there.
Right.
And gets punched in the face.
So a couple things. I forgot the first thing, but the second thing is these movies, I love them, but they cheat. There's always one scene where they cheat.
Okay, and what's the scene?
Well, so in Knives Out, it's when is it Cecily Strong?
No.
One of the maid where she's drugged or whatever in like the abandoned laundromat. And she's like, she got like a lethal dose of whatever. Mm-hmm. So she says very clearly in the cut, you did this.
Yeah.
Like, but it's later revealed she said, Hugh did this, like Hugh. But in the actual cut of the movie, it's clearly you.
Yeah.
So that's cheating there. And in this movie, they cheat with Josh O'Connor has this vision in the woods after the Monsignor gets resurrected, supposedly, where he sees him in the woods. It's very clearly Josh Brolin, and he stabs him. Like, he stabs him and stuff. And then that turns out to just not be anything that happened.
Nope.
And I think it just would have been way simpler if you just cut to him waking up and then Thomas Hayden Church is just dead right there.
Well, they got to throw you off somehow. Like, yes, that was 100% Josh Brolin standing.
Yeah, it was definitely him.
100% him.
So it's like,
but like, it's a good trickery. That's a good way of doing it. Like,
yeah. Oh, the other thing is, I really like the genius. This is where the only time I'll call Rian Johnson a genius. He adds in specific shots as red herrings for eagle-eyed like moviegoers.
Yeah,
because I didn't ask Cameron about this, but there was so many different shots of like, why was that shot a close up? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the one I remember very specifically is like Kerry Washington. She like taps her spoon on the tea.
Oh
cup.
yeah.
It was like why is that a close up? Like, so that must be something. So I was waiting for that to come back, and it just didn't come back. So, but it was early enough where like it didn't have too much weight. So there's going to be a lot of other quick shots that.
Yeah,
like,
I think that was just kind of like a nod to Get Out, if I had to guess.
Oh, okay, yeah,
it's probably just a nod to that.
It was like I was watching like Bones like a while ago, and I remember like very clearly figuring out what the murder weapon was because like there's a random close up of it's because it ended up being like a parking stopper or whatever. Mm-hmm. And there's a very clear shot of like Bones like walking on it real quick. Yeah. I'm like, why did they do that close up? That must be the murder weapon. So it was like that kind of thing.
Yeah. No, that's a good way to look at things. But yeah, I guess you can't take anything for granted in these movies because Rian Johnson takes his time with these movies, and which is good. Like I
think he learned from the Glass Onion because a lot of like his plan, like Edward Norton's plan, just kind of was stupid. And saying that that's the point doesn't make it any better. Yeah. So he really made it real tight this time.
There was other little things like the wolf thing on the lamps, where
hiding in plain sight.
Hiding in plain sight. There. It's right there, and there were two of them, which we didn't notice either. Mm-hmm. So, and then just had it on the priest's robe. Like I was like, why is that there? Like it was weird. That was just kind of there because it was a setup for just stabbing him.
I guess maybe the weakest part of is like Glenn Close's reasoning for why it had to be so complicated like that.
Yeah, I guess, but
like you could just
let's talk about Glenn Close's reasoning. So there's back when she was a kid, she saw the Monsignor, the former Monsignor,
Randall Tarley.
whatever. Yeah. He swallowed a gem that was his entire fortune and died from that basically because he fucking swallowed a gem. Like, Jesus Christ.
Because he wanted to spite his daughter who was non-traditional.
Yes.
Let's say.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And she goes into a tizzy trying to find it, that kind of stuff. And it's...
and yeah, so there's like, that's what I like about the
you harlot whore.
They call her the harlot whore. It's like an urban legend.
Yep.
But there's like different interpretations of history, and I like that kind of like, oh, she was just very angry at the church, and because she's
whatever.
Oh, right, because it's still about the money.
Yeah.
But it was like she was like swindled. Mm-hmm. Like on the books, like there was no actual money. He donated it, and supposedly. Yeah. But yeah, it turns out he just fucking swallowed it and killed himself. So, okay, cool.
Yep. And then Josh Brolin found out where it was. It kind of sort of found out where it was.
Well, that's the inciting incident per se, because he like Judd dared Glenn Close to tell her most dirty secret.
Yes.
And I was thinking, and they played it off as a joke, but I'm thinking
because
like
they played it off as like, they're,
Yeah. I thought they were in the same booth for a second.
No, they were not. But like, I was like, huh.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and then Josh Brolin being kind of corrupted.
Yes, he decides to basically, because he has that fortune, he's going to cut everyone out, just like in the first one of the will, but like, and reveal all their dirtiest secrets. Like. Whatever, the doctor.
Well, he's drinking on the job.
He's drinking on the job. Jeremy Renner.
Which anybody could have guessed that. I mean, look at him.
I mean, his wife left him. So, I mean, like, Then there's Kerry Washington's character who, I forgot what the reasoning was. He was going to cut her off. But then there's Josh Brolin's illegitimate son, who her father, Kerry Washington's father, made her take care of.
Right.
There's a whole weird thing there, but yeah, I don't know. It was convoluted there. But like it.
Yeah. And then Andrew Scott, Lee.
Yeah, he was like a writer. He was going to expose him for something.
I think it was just because his book was kind of false or something.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, he was going to reveal that in his final mass, and then he was going to retire and take the gem and then just fuck off, basically. So
good for him.
But no, that didn't happen. So Glenn Close had to do all she was to do, basically.
So actually, now I'm kind of wondering, how would Josh Brolin fake his death? How was he going to do it? Because his whole plan was to get he ordered the excavator.
Yep.
To open up the tomb.
I don't think he was going to fake his death. He was going to.
The why order the excavator? Oh, right, because it's already
to get the gem.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. See, that's where it's kind of like.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that happened. Yeah. No, he was just gonna take it and fuck off. But like, then she had to make. Oh, what if I made this about the Lord? This is Easter time. I can make him rise on the third day. That whole stuff, and it is, wow. It worked so well. Like, there's a lot of different twists, but like they all kind of ended up at the same place, and
yeah,
I was just befuddled. It was great.
Yeah. So that's the plot of it, where lots of twists and turns, and then it turns out like she did it for good intentions, and then that's another metaphor of like all roads to hell lead with good intentions.
Yep.
But that's another thing. Like the whole faith and religion part of this is like, because you kind of go into it like you kind of like feel like you understand Judd immediately, because he's like, I was 17 and I killed a man in the ring.
Yeah.
And you think like, oh, and like, and Benoit like points out like, oh, you're a pastor now because you want to escape that guilt and you want to like repent for your sins. And he's like, no, actually, I killed that man with hate in my heart, and it like I am trying.
He's trying to lead with empathy now.
I'm trying to just Yeah, like genuinely not trying to run and hide like it could seem on the outside. He's trying to genuinely.
And that was his whole thing with Blanc. Blanc's like, we need to solve this together and that stuff. He's like, no, I want no part of it. I want out. Basically, he just wants to confess and get it over with because he really believes that like he did it.
And that's an interesting thing because the faith is there's no justice that he's looking for. He's just looking for forgiveness. And so I think he wouldn't, and like there's also like this really cool moment with like Louise on the phone where she's like, Louise, we really need to go. And then she's like, oh, my mom's sick. And he like turns that switch. He's like, oh, I'm a priest. I'm gonna do my thing now. And he's like, tell me all your sins and blah, 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 and all stuff.
Tell me what's going on.
And so it's really cool seeing a guy, because he has kind of like a crisis of faith, I guess, per se, where for the first 5 months that he's there with Monsignor, just this corrupt asshole.
Talking about masturbating every other confession.
He's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'm just trying to,
Yeah.
But seeing a guy try to hold on to his faith and not seeing that belittled, like that's the thing. It's all, most of the time you're going to see that, like, obviously there's bad actors like Josh Brolin and I guess Glenn Close technically because she killed people and, all these people have their dirty secrets and like, yes, they're human and like they're corrupt and like the politician and stuff. But you have this one genuine cool dude. And I guess maybe Kaylee Spaney's there too.
Yeah, that's another thing. Some of these characters just had nothing to do.
Yeah.
Like Kaylee Spaney, like Kerry Washington barely had anything to do.
Yeah.
And who else? I mean, honestly, barely anything to do. Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah, he's there to die. But he was another genuinely good guy where he's just like, I'm a little fuzzy on the whole thing. Like, can he have a relationship with Glenn Close? Because she's not a nun, but it's like
Andrew, whatever his name is, also had nothing to do either.
Andrew Scott.
So like,
but specifically because I know what Andrew Scott can do, they didn't give him enough.
No.
So,
but it is what it is.
Same thing with Mila Kunis. She was just kind of. She could have just been anybody.
She gets paid like $6 million a word for Family Guy. She's fine. The faith stuff. Do you want to elaborate more on that from your compliment sandwich?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like. It showed a genuine. It got to like the bare bones of like what we think of religion as. It's not all wrapped up in all the religious politics in the, because like specifically Christianity has been under the microscope of like there's a lot of bad shit here and like we all know. But it was always like kind of like written off as like. And specifically coming from Hollywood
in like the last 10 years specifically.
Yeah, like you're not going to see a he's not exactly pro religion, it's pro faith.
Yeah, I mean like the one that comes closest is maybe Conclave. That one was pretty good. But yeah.
It's like showing the humanity behind this like ultra, a mysterious patriarchal
institutionalized.
Like this whole thing. And now it's like this backwoods, church. Ironically, the guy's from Albany. So I thought that was kind of funny. Yeah. But yeah, so seeing this guy who genuinely just wants to do good, so it's kind of interesting. I think we're finally like turning that leaf where it's like it's not really taboo to like you still obviously have to kind of. He condemns the I guess the church of it, but the whole message behind it that people buy into. And like I love the monologue where he's like, because Benoit, systematically tears down the whole idea of religion in this giant monologue. And we're like, yeah, you're kind of right. You're kind of right. Yeah. But then Josh O'Connor counters with like, well, it might just be a story. It might just all be bullshit. But the reason we latch onto it is probably for some fundamental truths that we all can kind of agree on, right? Yeah. So like, yeah, sure. Maybe it wasn't Jesus. Maybe it wasn't Mohammed.
Yeah.
But it was something,
there
right?
Was something.
Yeah. So... And then that's like all the bullshit, like it's the politics of it.
Yeah. Yep. So and that's getting to the root point of all religion basically in this 1 2 hour and 20 minute movie. And it's like, wow, it really makes you think, and that's why I think it's the most like it has the most to say. Yeah. No, for sure. I agree. Yeah, we're. You have anything else to really say about this? Because like I'm trying to think of like other things. We kind of got through that pretty quickly. Yeah. Yeah. There probably won't be a third. There probably won't be another one for a while, at least. Rian Johnson has said he's working on another original script right now. So that is not Knives Out. So I think he's going to take a little break from this.
Yeah, I think it's like kind of like the Vince Gilligan thing. He's like, I'm done with Breaking Bad, guys. I'm not going to do another one. So now I'm really interested in this Pluribus thing.
Yeah.
I still don't know what it is.
Yeah. I wonder if Knives Out would work as a TV show.
Yeah.
If they could do something like that, like stretch it out for 8 episodes or something.
Isn't that kind of what his show is on Peacock? Or yeah, is it Peacock? With,
Poker Face?
Poker Face. Yeah, it's kind of like that, right?
Kind of.
She's like a female Benoit Blanc.
Yeah, kind of, I guess. Yeah.
Only Benoit's not a drunk like her.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Benoit, he didn't get much to do in this movie.
Yeah.
He was just kind of there.
Yeah.
Kind of like the first movie, where Ana de Armas is the main character and Josh O'Connor is the main character in this one. And
yeah, and
I kind of like that better, I think.
Yeah,
like,
that's what kind of Kenneth Branagh needs to learn. You know, like Rian Johnson, like realized, oh, that's a mistake in Glass Onion, kind of making Benoit the main. Well
I don't think
Andy's kind of the main character, but it's Benoit and Andy. They're definitely much more.
It's
like
still much more Benoit than Andy.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, especially because I think it also the effect is that she's playing 2 different characters, so you're getting. It's the same person, but it's 2 different people.
Yeah.
So in your mind, you're kind of like, okay, it's more Benoit.
Yeah.
But this one, it's definitely Josh O'Connor, and then Benoit. I mean, he shows up 45 minutes into the movie. I mean,
like he's there for the first shot, and then you don't see him again for 45 minutes. So I mean, it's a very interesting way to do it, and I think Benoit's definitely better as a supporting character.
Yeah, but that's the thing about those Agatha Christie adaptations that Kenneth Branagh is doing. It's just about Hercule Poirot. So it's like it's basically just or Gal Gadot.
Yeah, whatever.
It's like you can get drunk on denial.
I think we are pretty much out of things to say about this movie.
I really like it.
Yeah, I really like it too. Like it might need another watch or two, but it could overtake the original Knives Out for me, I think.
Yeah.
But like I think that the original Knives Out is such a movie you can just sit down and watch anytime, and it's great. That's the best thing about the first one. The rewatchability. And that's a big thing for me on the way I grade movies. But
Glass Onion is pretty funny.
Glass Onion is funny. This one was also funny.
This
Wake
was-
Up Dead Man had a lot of good comedy in it.
Yeah, mostly like I loved the monologue from the Psy, I think.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, I did the immigrant thing, I did the COVID thing, he's just like, listen, all like
Literally every
50
single
things.
thing you could think of.
I did this the CRT thing, you know.
It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, so
My dude's just trying to take over the
and
world.
Josh Brolin talking about jerking it.
Yeah.
And then also when they were flipping the body.
Oh my God. Ben was just playing with his belly. He's like, all right, flip him.
you see him like legit lift a foot off the table. And like,
And then Josh O'Connor's like, nope.
I'm out.
Oh my God. It was good. Yeah. So I'm gonna give this movie. It's an easy 90 right now. Easy 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can't really think of anything really negative other than that one little cheating scene, and then just how kind of convoluted in character dynamics you have to kind of clue into. So it's inviting a rewatch.
But that invites, it invites rewatchability. Jesus,
Yeah.
I can't talk.
Yeah,
Anyway.
so like Knives Out is
Jesus, what the fuck?
like what the fuck, Jesus?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, negative points for not having that one of those scenes.
I don't know. So sorry, what did you give it?
I'm gonna give it a 92. Yeah,
92.
90 as well.
Oh, 90 as well. I got it. Okay. Well, all right.
Oh, guess what?
Chicken butt.
I didn't mention a certain thing for once, and this is a Rian Johnson movie.
Oh yeah, Last Jedi. You didn't mention it.
I did not mention. Said movie.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I am proud of you.
I do not like that movie. Anyway.
Okay, so our next movie is gonna be a evergreen movie, which we haven't done an evergreen movie in a while. So a movie that is older, but we decided to give it a watch. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So if you want to hear us talk about Ferris Bueller, you know where to find us. We're Seen It Before. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok with the handle @SeenItBeforecast. That's SCENE It Beforecast. And on TikTok, yeah, with whatever.
That same thing.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's fine.
Who are you?
You can find me. I'm Dan. You can find me on Letterboxd, DonutMan96.
I'm Danny. You can find me on Instagram at Danny_Was. My letterbox is Serialize That DJ Was, or my YouTube channel, which is just Danny Was.
All right.
See everybody next week for Ferris Bueller's Day Off.